Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're hopping into the GARP's challenge HODY, utilizing some dual color teams. And we're going to start it off with DEX and Quick. So that was the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Now, DEX and Quick have an array of characters that they can use for this dual unit sort of two colors, one team situation. Now, with the release of Carrot and Wonder, I did want to try and bring them as captain, but if you guys don't have them, you can easily use a friend captain and then use something like Sabo as your captain. You could even use something like Laffy as your captain. You have some other options for the team. You also have Bardo Cavendish, you have Patron Ulti. You have a lot of Django and Kuro. That's another really good option as well. They'll actually work a little bit nicer underneath Carrot because and Wonder because they get full boosted. But you have a lot of options when it comes to Dex and Quick. The Dex Quick run was by far the easiest in my opinion. This particular team is actually no stall as well, which is really cool. To actually get two colors done without any stalling was really, really cool. And with the release of Carrot and Wonder, it makes things very easy and very, very fast, as they give 3 turns of cooldown, which is nothing to scoff at. They have a 5-turn cooldown on their special, which means they can give 3 turns of cooldown very, very easily. Unfortunately, you can only use their special twice, but it does help out drastically. With the switchability of Laffy, with the barrier pen that the Carrot Wonder can provide, you can actually get through this particular stage on the barriers very, very easily as well, thanks to their switch abilities, getting the partial attack boost on either Laffy or on your Wonder and Carrot. You can get color affinity with the Sabo switch too, and it all just works out real hunky-dory. So if you guys are enjoying this type of content though, if you are enjoying this sort of two colors, one team sort of situation, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas or if you've tried these teams and you sort of tweaked them yourself. And while you're down there, don't forget to smash that like button for me. And if you're new and you haven't done so already, hit the big red subscribe button. We do upload OPTC content every single day. But as you will see here, with the Wonder and Carrot, we can actually just tear through this content actually very, very quickly. Bringing a friend captain, Wonder, and Carrot is definitely the way to go, as that way you can just get yourself a whole bunch more cooldowns with their captain ability and with their special. Mainly their special, obviously. But like I said, if you are missing Carrot and Wonder yourself, you can easily use Laffy, or you can easily use Sabo. The thing about using Sabo and Laffy, though, is that they aren't actually boosted completely under Wonder and Carrot, unless you are in the dual form of Laffy, obviously. But being Luffy, you aren't getting a full buff, so you want to be Law most of the time. And obviously with Sabo, you just can't get their full boost because they are free spirit no matter what. But their super switch on this particular stage against Dosan and Zeo is very, very handy. Utilizing their super switch is going to give us a full board of orbs, which makes it very nice to actually take this stage out. We also get a 2.25 times color affinity, but with Sanji Pudding, we would have had that anyway. So nevertheless, it's not that big of an issue. But if you guys are following this team and you do want to make it no stall, you do kind of need to follow the video as it goes, because it was a little bit of a... wasn't tricky, but there were particular steps that you had to do to make this no stall, like switching with Carrot and Wonder, starting a particular units, getting the super switch ready to go for Carrot and Wonder by the second last and the final stage as well. Making sure that Carrot and Wonder, especially your Carrot and Wonder special, is ready to go, so you have the Mistem support to get the cooldowns there. So it was there was some sort of steps that you do need to take, but nevertheless, this team does it very, very easily. It does it very, very comfortably, no stall with stalling as well. With the Paraspera support, we can hang on to the orbs, and that's why Sabo is really good here, because we can just keep a full board of orbs moving into the what's it called, the Icarus March and the what's the little dude's name, the Daruma stage. But this team just, it absolutely flies. Utilizing Sabo is another really good option. Like I said, they work fine as a captain. They are a rainbow captain, so there's no issues there. With Laffy, they're another rainbow captain. You shouldn't have any issues. And you can even probably run the cerebral-based units of V2 VB Becca or Sanji and Pudding. As I mentioned, this team has a lot of different options. Dex and Quick, they're kind of stacked when it comes to the sort of dual unit side of things. They have just a lot of really, really good options, a lot of really good characters that help out a lot here. And getting this done was actually ridiculously easy. It was actually stupidly easy. Getting the no stall, like I said, was a little bit more challenging than actually just getting the run done. But this team, it had no issues. And utilizing Carrot and Wonder has actually been a lot of fun. I've actually been having a lot of fun with the unit, and I think they're a lot better than what I initially gave them credit for. Their special though, little bit lackluster, but we will check it out and we will watch it anyway. Look, in the true essence of speed, they sort of did them real dirty with that special animation. That special animation is pretty poor. But with their super switch, we get a 2 times attack boost to the entire crew. With their their special, you get like a 2.5 times orb boost. Then we have the chain multiplier buffs, and like as you can see, like we had lots of damage even without a full board of orbs, and we didn't have too many issues taking out the final stage that is HODY. So that was Dex and Quick, no stall. Let's move on to some of the anniversary legends now. Well, New Year's legends, I should say. Alright, so moving on to the big dogs, the Pirate Kings themselves. Roger and Newgate. The Slasher Striker combo that is the PSY and the INT team. So that was the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Now, unfortunately, unlike Quick and Dex, the combination of those two colors, PSY and INT doesn't really have a lot of like other options besides what you see here. There are only 6 characters that you can bring, but obviously you can chop and change between supports. Now, I have spoken to my boy Kruby. Big shout out to the Krubstar, the absolute team building wizard. And if you guys don't have that A support on Whitebeard and Roger, you can easily like just attack through the defense up on the final stage. It makes the run a little bit slower, but like there's no issues actually getting through it. So big shout out to my boy Kruby. Thank you for the test run. I do appreciate the hell out of you. Now, unfortunately, this particular team does have to stall, as there aren't any other options to get through these barriers. This barrier stage is a bit of a nuisance when it comes to the HODY challenge, but with a good orb roll, you will like find yourself in good stead. Now, we got actually fairly lucky, and we actually got the sight orb barrier on the main fishman in the front, but we also got some quick, and we got some what's it called, orbs as well. So as you'll see there, I did break the quick barrier, I did break the dex barrier, and I did try and do as much damage to the units in the back as possible. Unfortunately, I didn't kill that other unit, but that's not that big of an issue, as we do have the PSY barrier on the front. Now, on this particular stage, like if you guys need to stall here for a little bit, it's okay. It just obviously just makes the run a little bit longer, which is just sort of like, it is what it is, you know. With Luffy and Boa, they're not actually getting boosted, so if they get an orb for this particular stage, like that's your best option, because they will like help break the barriers. But if you get the INT or the side barrier for the main fishman, you will be in really good stead, because like this team can do so much damage with the switch abilities of Roger. Just be careful when you are switching with Roger. Remember, they do give adjacent orbs matching, so you can lose some orbs there if you do need them to break particular barriers. So just be very, very careful and be very mindful with your switch abilities. Onto Hyozu and Vanderdecken now. They're actually going to poison us, but thanks to the Shiryu support, we can actually just get around that. And that actually just helps out, because if you do take a lot of damage on that barrier stage, you can actually just utilize Shiryu to remove the poison. You don't have to worry about taking any more damage from that point, and then you can just utilize the switch abilities of Whitebeard and Roger to just give yourself like an absolute monstrous attack boost, an absolute monstrous orb boost, and that way you can just take this stage out, no issues whatsoever. As long as you get a couple of orbs, it's like 2 orbs on like 2 of your units, you will have enough damage no matter like how many block orbs you get. Unless you get a full board of block orbs there, like you'll be absolutely fine. Onto Dosan and Hero now. They're going to give us they're going to put up the threshold, which we can remove thanks to Kobe and Helmeppo, and then we can use our Luffy and Boa special to give us a full board of orbs and actually lock those orbs, which is really, really nice. They also give us color affinity to our PSY and INT units, which obviously this whole team is, being a PSY and INT based dual color one team situation. And with that, we're just going to absolutely decimate this particular stage. Now, that Rager support is definitely not essential. Like, it was kind of just me just trying to do fancy stuff, and like it just didn't work out, to be honest. Like it did absolutely nothing. Switching with Shirahoshi Mancherry is going to give us a full board of rainbow orbs. We have them locked and ready to go, thanks to Luffy and Boa as well. And then with that, we can basically just take out this stage, no issues whatsoever. Dosan's just going to get absolutely destroyed here. Does he? Yeah, he does, only just. Just remember that Shirahoshi is actually a free spirit, so she doesn't actually get boosted under Whitebeard and Roger as well. I actually started to stuff my attack animation up there, got a little bit cocky, but nevertheless, if you actually switch into Shirahoshi there, like, you'll be absolutely fine. Onto Icarus March and the Rumor now. They're going to give us the Super Orb Lock and 4 turns of Burn. This is where Shirahoshi Mancherry actually comes in play. We can actually use their special here. They're going to remove the burn. With the super switch of Roger, we can get a 2 times attack and a 2 times orb boost, which is really, really nice. That way we can actually just destroy this stage. Like, it's gonna get like absolutely like bodied. We don't actually need the 2 times attack and the 2 times orb boost on the final stage with Roger, because we can actually keep both of their specials. Now, if you really want to, you can use one of their specials here, but ideally you'd want to make sure you stay as Whitebeard on the your main captain if you are using the A special, obviously, as the Liberal Hind will only charge Psy characters specials. You can just attack to to your heart's galore there and just absolutely decimate that stage in one turn. Don't worry about orbs here, because with the switch abilities of Roger, we should be able to get our orbs back, and we also have the support of Shanks on our Smoker Tashigi. Now, HODY's always an INT unit, which means this team does a lot of damage. Like, it does a lot of damage because we can actually make it completely side. But just remember, like I said, Shirohoshi, she's not actually boosted underneath Roger, as well as Kobe not being boosted as well, as he is a free spirit too. But onto a really beautiful special now. Let's watch this bad boy. Absolutely beautiful. Now, that's what a special should look like. Carrot and Wanda definitely got the short end of the stick there. But with the switch ability of Roger, we can get that orb boost. We can get color affinity with their special. We get a nice cheeky little attack boost. We can then use the other one just so we have like them in their dual form. I just sort of saved it just to be safe. But as you'll see there, like, there's so much damage with this particular unit. No issues whatsoever with the Sign in challenge. And if there was a way of getting like a really good orb roll on the barrier stage, you could easily make this no stall, but like, I wasn't sitting through that. On to the final team now, or the final team for this particular showcase. And the final run of the video utilizes the Straw Hat V2 crew, or the Wano Straw Hat. So that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive in. Now, this team does have a little bit of flexibility, as there is a free-to-play Crocodile and Daz that can slide in on the team. But this particular team sort of just has the best options in terms of supports. It has the best, like, sort of specials, and these particular characters sort of just do it a little bit nicer. With the support of Mistims, you can replace that with something like Pudding, Sora. Basically, any character that can give Straw Hats, like, cooldown on the final stage will work absolutely fine. But you do really want that support of Sabo on Vivi Rebecca. That is actually very important. Or Lucy, 6+ Lucy, or 6-star Lucy. Like, it doesn't matter. On the fight, like, if you get special burst, he will give them a cooldown, and that way you guys can get around the fear on the final stage. Now, this particular team, very similar to the Roger team, actually struggled with the barrier stage as well. Unfortunately, there was no way of getting around, like, the barriers, like with barrier pen or anything like that, but this particular team has the access to strength as well as Dex orbs, which means you're guaranteed to take out the barriers in the back. And if you get very lucky, like you see with my run, you will get like a strength or a quick like barrier on that sort of like front unit anyway. Ideally, you do want to try and like take out the back units. If you get a quick orb like you see on my particular run as well, you do really want to use that. Unfortunately, my sort of like auto target sort of kicked in and I just sort of got stuck a little bit. So I decided to take out the unit in the front because I did get lucky with the strength barrier, which you can obviously manipulate with your switch abilities anyway. After that, like if you leave the strength and the dex character in the back there, you can obviously manipulate your orbs with the switch abilities of these units to guarantee yourself a dex orb, to guarantee yourself a strength orb, and that way you can easily take them out. With the switch ability of Vivi Rebecca, it makes it really, really nice because you can actually just get like a chain lock, which just maximizes your damage like infinitely. You also have an attack boost with Big Mom and Kaido as well. Like that means that they hit very, very hard. With this particular team being the last team of the video, I do want to make note that Psi and Strength can actually clear this very easily as well. But that particular run was like 11 minutes, and like I would rather run a Strength and then a Psi team. And if you are running this particular team, you have to worry about Strength anyway. So it kind of comes down to the point of like, well, with these three teams, like 15 minutes, I'm pretty sure like I clocked all the runs sort of around to, like if you do all three of them. That way you can sort of just get all the colors done. Or you could literally just run this team, you can run the Roger team, and then you can just bring a quick team, okay, and you'll be absolutely hunky-dory. So if you want to do Strength and Psi, or if you guys want to see that video, I do have it recorded. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comment section below, like I said. And we might upload it maybe members only or something like that, or we might just sort of drop it as like a no commentary situation. On the Dosan and Zeo stage, this is where the support of Bellamy comes into play. It's very, very handy because it can remove 2 turns of threshold, and then with the Perispera support on Big Mom and Kaido, we can actually remove the other 2 turns there as well, which is really, really nice. We can then switch with our Straw Hat crews. That works out really, really great to give ourselves some matching orbs and stuff. And on this particular stage, if you really want to, you can actually utilize the special of Rob, Lucci, and Kaku. Now, I don't actually use their special the entire run. Sorry, on the next stage. No, on this stage. You want to use it on this stage, and then you can use the Straw Hat special to give the extension. So that way that you don't get the Big Mom sort of like switchability attack boost extension. With the Straw Hat's captain ability, it'll actually turn their attack boost into a rainbow attack boost. And as you'll see here, like, I was just short of the damage, but if you had a 2 times attack boost to literally everyone, you'd have no issues whatsoever taking this stage out. So use the Rob, Lucci, Kaku special there before you switch with Big Mom Kaido, and that way you'll be able to absolutely decimate the stage. You can keep all of the rainbow orbs, not just some of the rainbow orbs, but as you guys will see here with this particular run, it really didn't matter that much anyway. So that was kind of cool. The fact that it didn't, like, ruin the run or anything like that was kind of nice. But, like, look, it is what it is. Onto Dosan and Icarus Munch, they are going to give us burn, so that is something to note. You do need to be careful, but thanks to the switchability of Vivi and Rebecca giving us a chain lock, we can sort of get around that because we can still maximize our damage. With the Straw Hats, like, you have so much HP with this particular team. Like, you have just so much HP. So, the burn doesn't matter all that much. And with the Big Mom Kaido special becoming, like, a rainbow orb boost, even though, like, everyone on this team would get boosted anyway, you can just, like, as you can see, like, you just decimate this entire stage. Like, it's... The orb boost they provide is so good, and then the attack boost they give themselves is so good. If you have, like, a full board of rainbow orbs there, obviously, like, that orb boost is even tenfold, and it just works really, really nicely. On the final stage against HODY, he does give us Fear and Special Reverse, and has 2 turns of defense up. So, this is where the Sabo support on Vivi Rebecca can come in clutch, so you can remove the defense up. You get a chain lock with their switchability, and then literally just with the Straw Hat special, you just get all the damage that you need. 2 times attack, 2 times orb, 2 times color affinity, chain boost, like... You're absolutely fine. I did bring a, like a rainbow... Oh, hang on, let's watch this. This is, like, my favorite special in the game. Like, hands down. I love it. I love that special so much. Besides the versatility of YB vs Shanks, like, that has to be my favorite special in the entire game. But with that special, like I said, we get all the damage we need. Vivi Rebecca can give us a chain lock, even though, like, the chain boost is probably better, I guess. But look, they're going to remove the defense up, and that's the big thing here. So as long as you can get a support on the Straw Hats, being the Straw Hats, they have access to so many goddamn good supports. You should be able to get around that fairly easily. Otherwise, you could probably find a way to do, like, a double Straw Hat carryover, but he does actually wipe buffs now that I'm really thinking about it. But that's going to wrap up the video anyway, guys. That's the 2 colors, 1 team variations that we do have available at the moment on OPTC. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to belt the like button for me if you are new to the channel. Hit the big red subscribe button too, but guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Laters!